Nowogh Talks Investigates. Nigeria, second best in Africa at resisting transnational organized crime. Apparently, Nigeria is now considered to be a country with the sixth worst organized crime problem in the world. This is according to research sponsored by the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime, the GI-TOC, a body funded by several governments and supported by the United Nations and Interpol to provide analysis and information on cross-border criminal activity. The particular analysis that points its finger at Nigeria was funded by the European Union and the State Department of the United States of America. The Global Organized Crime Index declares organized crime to be illegal activities conducted by groups or networks acting in concert, by engaging in violence, corruption, or related activities in order to obtain, directly or indirectly, a financial or material benefit. Such activities may be carried out both within a country and transnationally. Basically, everything from a group of area boys getting together to rob the local Mr. Biggs, to an international foreign-funded crime syndicate smuggling cocaine through Murtala Mohammed Airport. So the definition isn't exactly precise. A global group of over 400 experts has assessed each country in the index for the severity of criminality in 15 markets of criminal activity, looking at the influence on a country of 5 different categories of criminals who are involved in those activities. Those assessments are averaged across the criminal markets and then against the overall average of criminal influence on the country. By the GI-TOC's own admission, the index rankings are meant to be talking points. They are not good indicators of the impact that a given category of criminal activity actually has on a country, despite the determination of impact being the very point of doing the analysis. The impact of illegal wood harvesting is given the same weight as enslaving people for profit, which is considered just as harmful as trading in cannabis. Even within the detailed analysis, what looks quite bad in terms of the cannabis or arms trade is acknowledged as really having a lot to do with Nigeria being the trading hub of West Africa. Everything gets traded through Nigeria. Nigerians will trade with the Lebanese, Mexican, and South American drug cartels, but Nigeria is considered to be different to other countries, because despite problems in several criminal markets, there is very little evidence of any mafia-style enduring transnational criminal organizations having any significant influence. Admittedly though, yes, Nigeria apparently has a human smuggling problem. We can't escape the truth. Nigeria is just as bad as the United Kingdom. But better than France, Italy, Spain, or Germany. And not like Greece. Greece has it bad. That country has Ukraine, war zone levels of human smuggling as a problem, according to the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime. The reality of this foreign-funded analysis hasn't stopped many organizations in Nigeria reporting in shock and horror about how bad the criminality must be, and how the government must do something because of how serious this situation is. Look, there's all these numbers, put together by important people. But as Nowogh Talks said before, in the series on the criminal branding of Nigeria, find out what is really happening and what your country is already doing about it. At the same time as these data were published, the National Institute for Security Studies in the Federal Capital Territory just north of Abuja released its own study into organised crime in Nigeria. Some of the findings were the same. Kidnapping for profit is a problem in many areas of Nigeria. It is increasingly a way for many groups to get quick money. Drug trafficking is a thing in Nigeria, particularly because foreigners keep deciding to transport their cocaine and heroin through Nigeria. Nigerians do keep selling rare wood timber to foreigners, so the Chinese and Vietnamese can make pretty furniture. Nigeria does not, however, have a particular problem with smuggling of goods, no more than many other big countries with large land borders and vigorous international trade. Nigeria's national policies, laws, and international cooperation efforts are both known by the government as a national strength to build on and recognised as such by this external study from the GI-TOC. The important difference between this foreign-backed analysis of Nigeria's crime problems and the analysis by the Nigerian government is: why was it done? And for whom? Who benefits from this? Because as the Global Organised Crime Index declares Nigeria to be the second worst country in Africa for organised crime, at the same time, the GI-TOC is declaring Nigeria to be the second best country in Africa at having the systems in place to resist organised crime. In the same data set. What's going on here? The detailed analysis of the Global Organised Crime Index by the GI-TOC states many problems, but no solutions. It is funded by the Foreign Relations and Strategic Trade Departments of several governments, and marketed by people and organisations who work in strategic risk. An interesting term that in this context means the job of providing facts about risks to international banks, countries and corporations, so they can purchase or sell the right level of insurance products to protect their investments in countries like Nigeria. So it is not surprising that organisations like the GI-TOC won't tell anyone what the solutions to control any of the risks are, because their customers plan to sell those solutions as part of their service offering. They will actually tell you this in their corporate marketing. The companies who provide public support for the GI-TOC seem far more interested in describing their expertise on how global events affect investment opportunities in African countries than they are in talking about how organised criminality harms the prosperity of Africans and what needs to be done about that. The report by the Nigerian National Institute for Security Studies on the same subject, organised crime in Nigeria, gives analysis, likely root causes, and also provides policy direction. Direction that Nigerian government agencies can use to control and prevent risks to the country from organised crime. So what should you pay more attention to? Which analysis is more likely to be telling the truth? The analysis that was designed to encourage foreigners to make money from Nigeria? Or the analysis that was created to help resolve Nigeria's problems and ultimately create prosperity for Nigeria? And which narrative will you support and tell to other Nigerians? Thank you for watching. Check out the series on the criminal branding of Nigeria for more on how foreign interests say one thing in their media broadcasts, but actually care about something entirely different. Please support Nowogh Talks by hitting the like button and subscribing. Hit the notification button below and also leave a comment so that we can continue the discussion.